Live.
Oh God! Right as Phil was talking about ejaculation.
What am I not though?
True. It's easier to count the number of times you don't.
Yeah.
So
Yahoo!
what are you guys doing?
Did you see Mike Micah hooked up his Virtual Boy to his 3D TV?
Yeah.
So cool.
That's cool.
God, I wish that was like a real emulator that I could use on my 3D TV downstairs.
Where's that mini system? Where's the
Right?
The Virtual
Boy?
It's sort of
classic.
The 3D TV thing is come and gone, though.
That would be cool.
Oh, absolutely.
So, unfortunately.
3D TVs lasted for like, what, 6 months?
I bought one. I have one.
Did you?
Yep.
You know what? It's crazy. I think my parents have one. And
well, I mean,
because
as far as
a TV
to buy a
during
TV
that time,
that just had it.
Yeah, and as far as I know, they never used it.
I barely used it after the PS3.
Yeah,
but I played through Uncharted 3 in 3D.
Did
I
you
played
really?
a fair amount of games in 3D on the PS. I loved it. I thought 3D TV was great.
It seemed neat.
I didn't watch a lot of movies in 3D, but I really enjoyed playing
Can't
games
you
in 3D.
watch 3D movies on PSVR?
I have never
that a
gotten
thing?
that to work.
Okay, I thought that
Can
was
you?
a thing.
You can. Yep, you can watch them in. It's like using big screen mode, but it plays it in 3D.
Well, like how do you access these movies? Do you have to like purchase them through the?
Well, I mean, I think your
PlayStation
PS4
Store?
can play 3D Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Oh, can it?
Pretty sure.
Oh, geez, I should look into that because I have
A couple Disney movies, probably.
a handful of 3D. Yeah,
Because
like
again, you kind of couldn't avoid getting a few 3D Blu-rays here and there.
like I
for a
think I
while.
bought like my Wreck-It Ralph came
Yeah.
with like the 3D version or something.
Yeah.
I
Because
should.
that's how
right
they could
during
charge
that
you more for
time.
the package.
Yeah, I should definitely. Oh man, that would be neat. I'll do that. I'll sit and watch a 3D movie by myself.
But if you get it working,
in
let
the
me know.
Cold, lonely
because
darkness. Yeah, I'll
I
look
can't
into
get
it.
Working.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sorry, family.
There's a Nintendo Virtual Boy for $130 Canadian.
Oh, is that right?
I
Damn.
wonder how hard it is to get it hooked up. I should ask Mike.
I bet he would
Oh,
tell
to-
you.
To
Mike's
hook
a
it up
friendly
to-
fella.
yeah,
I bet
that's
he
probably
would.
true.
I
Yeah.
bet he'd help you out with that. Is it some sort of like system mod you got to do to
I
it?
don't know.
Maybe?
That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Cough, cough.
You ready
Oh,
to do this thing?
oh, hold on a second here.
This thing?
I I opened up. I'm trying to go to YouTube. I opened up YouTube to go to our channel,
Mm-hmm.
and my YouTube home screen was just filled with all sorts of YouTubers who play Minecraft, and I was like, what happened to my channel? But I'm logged in as Finn.
That makes
Finn.
sense.
Finn Finn has finally discovered YouTube. We finally allowed him a little more.
The full featured site or the kids?
He's in the real deal.
Or kids on site.
My daughter really likes to watch this one particular streamer that is not available on YouTube Kids.
Yeah.
And she was watching him just stream on Twitch. And I was like, well, I'd rather have you watch the YouTube so I can look at the history.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, because did I tell you did I talk about this last week or so where Finn got my old iPad?
Yes. You did mention that.
So he's got the iPad now, and he's been playing the mobile version of Minecraft almost exclusively now. And then he's been starting to get interested in YouTubers. So he's got I think there's like two YouTubers who he has gotten really hooked on. So so he's been watching a lot of that lately. So
yeah.
So he has, we set him up with his own little YouTube account, and I had logged in. We were doing stuff on it, so we were logged into my computer with it, and so I had forgotten to log out and back into my account. But
my
now,
daughter, so she watches a streamer that plays a variety of different games. One of them that she likes to watch is when he did Ring Fit Adventure.
Okay.
So he streamed a bunch of Ring Fit,
Interesting.
and she just sits there and watches it.
Wow. That's not even like an interesting game to watch. I mean, like,
no, not really.
I mean, like, I could.
Yeah, but you're not the right person to you know what I mean?
I mean,
different generation. Anything's interesting to watch to these kids.
I think that's true, and she will rewatch. So I think I mentioned she watched Dragon Quest Builders. She watched him play that, both 1 and 2.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Okay. Like, I mean, I can get. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to watch someone play Minecraft, but I can get it because Minecraft is so open-ended and you can do a zillion different things in it.
Sure.
And, you see them do stuff that can inspire you to do things in your game.
Right.
But like Ring Fit, it's like,
yeah,
it's a linear. I mean, you're walking down a hallway.
Right.
And I mean, the whole point of that game is not even the game, it's the movement. So,
yeah, and she'll watch.
Could you see them actually doing the movement on
some of the videos? Yes,
they'll have a camera mounted, so you can
that
watch
makes
them
a
running.
little more sense.
Yeah, but then she'll also watch them play Mario Party,
Mm.
and like Spiritfarer, and
Well, see, and again, like Mario Party, I could see like if they're playing with other people, like they can be fighting with each other, or reacting to this game stole my stars from me, or whatever happens in Mario Party these days, because I haven't played a Mario Party.
That is what happens. That is what happens.
I mean, that's what always has happened in Mario Party, right? The game, like you do really well, and then after the game is over, they take all your stars away for some sort of imagined infraction. Okay.
Yeah, 20 years later. Yep. Still doing it.
It's not a game of skill. It's pure luck.
It is a game of skill, but they also award people stars for not having moved.
You played very poorly this game. Here's 10 stars.
Yeah,
you got first in all the games. We're taking away 5 of those stars.
They try to make it fair.
We don't want you to be greedy.
In their own way.
Yeah, exactly. From a certain point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And that's our show for this week. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello and welcome to episode 722 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, September 8th, 2020. I am your host, Chris Johnston, and with me as always from Canada is Mr. Greg Seward.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going pretty well. Had a little bonfire out in the backyard tonight. Controlled.
Nice.
It's
planned?
It was planned, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, planned. So
okay.
It's good times. Trying different s'mores. We made s'mores with peppermint chocolate, and we made s'mores with peanut butter cups, and made s'mores with caramel bars. And are caramel bars a thing down there?
What is it?
Caramel.
I don't
caramel.
So.
God damn it!
The hell is a caramel?
Canada has wonderful what we call chocolate bars. You should go north of the border and try. If you were allowed into our country,
caramel.
You in particular would appreciate this. Yeah, caramel. Look it up. Caramel bar.
What is it? Is it like? I'm assuming some sort of caramel,
just a little
milk chocolate hybrid.
Well, no, not a hybrid. It's little.
I mean, we probably have the same
with caramel.
We probably have the same thing down here, but it's called it's called mac and cheese.
Those are called Smarties down here.
Smarties.
Yeah.
What? No, they're not. Making, but it sucks.
We have different Smarties than you.
I know that.
We do.
Yeah.
Wrong Smarties. I know that.
No, I'm pretty sure you have the wrong.
No, you have the wrong Smarties.
We have the right Smarties.
Yeah. We have our tiny little chalky Smarties.
Yeah, you have the chalky, crappy Smarties. Our Smarties are candy with chocolate in them.
That doesn't sound right.
Those are M&Ms.
Doesn't sound right to me. No.
Aren't Canadian Smarties just M&Ms with a different name?
They're better than M&Ms.
Aren't they bootleg M&Ms?
They're not better than peanut and M&Ms, but they're better than regular M&Ms.
How about pretzel M&Ms? Do you guys have pretzel M&Ms up there?
Different. Yeah.
Okay.
We have We have the full range of M&Ms up here. We also have Smarties.
You guys have ketchup M&Ms up there, which is really weird.
You have the all dressed M&Ms.
So explain caramel.
Caramel. So it's just little. They're little pockets of milk chocolate.
Okay.
Like that you can break apart into single pieces.
Yeah.
And they just have a little bit of caramel in them.
Oh,
they're
like
fantastic.
caramello.
Yeah, it's caramello.
The,
or like
Caramello.
any school fundraiser chocolate sale.
Well, no, this is good chocolate.
You know what I'm talking about, CJ, right?
I do
the
know
school
what you're talking about.
fundraiser
Yes,
chocolates.
Yes.
They remind me of, Rolo. Do you have Rolos?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, we have
Rolos.
They're like Rolos. They're not shaped the same way, but they're very similar.
Yeah, Rolos.
Rolos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And of course,
it is.
we have Coffee
It's
Crisp, which is the greatest version of coffee in the world.
So it's caramel and milk chocolate together. At
Yeah,
last,
but it's not like mixed. It's
right.
caramel in
It's
a pocket of milk chocolate.
Yeah, like your
Of good
caramellos,
milk chocolate.
like your caramellos.
Sure. I've never had caramellos, but like I said,
I mean, it's
Rolos
that. It's
remind me
exactly
of
what you were
Rolos.
describing. It is what you are describing.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
We should really trade notes on chocolate bars someday. I feel like, Phil, you're the perfect person to talk to about this.
I do enjoy a good chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've seen me.
I got the battle scars to prove it.
I'll say this about Canada. You guys have much nicer 7-Elevens than we have down here south of the border. When I went up there back when I was allowed into your country,
yeah, that's
as an American
for a long time.
I mean, it's
not you. I want you to know, Phil, it's not you.
You know what? I'll say this. I was very kind and courteous to everyone in your gracious,
Didn't even know you were from America, did they?
beautiful country. How could they have guessed?
Because you were so friendly.
I mean, I was shooting a gun everywhere I went. Toys R Us, yeehaw!
There's a great
bang, bang, bang.
I gotta send you a video at some point. There's a great what we have what are called heritage moments.
Yeah.
They were little sort of almost like PSAs, but they were little snippets of Canadian history.
Yeah.
That when I was a kid, people of our generation, we grew up on these things. They played during Saturday morning cartoons and they played during any sort of kids programming.
Okay.
Right. And there was one about a Mountie named Sam Steele.
Okay.
And the whole little vignette, there's these little vignettes that actors played out. And this one was an American who had come up to make his fortune during the gold rush in the Yukon.
Okay. Yeah.
But he had guns and he wasn't allowed to have guns.
Right.
So the Mounties arrested him and he stood there and he's very American. You can't, and he actually says, "You can't do this to me. I'm an American." And he like points his guns at
Oh, really?
Steele. The next thing you see is the Mounties escorting him out of Canada. And he's going, "Why didn't I shoot him?" It's hilarious. I gotta send it. It's like
It's
so
just
that's
like
how we knew what Americans were like. That's
like
how we knew to recognize Americans.
Canadians imagine all Americans as Yosemite
Yes.
Sam.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
that makes
exactly
sense.
what it was.
Maybe,
I
maybe
mean-
not far off.
You can't do this to me. I'm an American.
But I purchased all sorts of goods and services in your fine country, to the detriment of my own well-being when I tried to come back into my country, and
you weren't
the
allowed to bring any
American
of it with
border
you?
guard was pissed off at me for buying a Canadian Slurpee.
Right.
He was mad at me.
It has more
It's
maple
weird. We
sugar in it.
We have 7-Elevens here.
Why
Why don't you buy?
you telling me that
Why
story?
don't you
It's
buy
like,
an
really?
American Slurpee? It's like,
Like, listen, Mr. President, just
Yeah.
but the 7-Elevens there were very clean. Even the Slurpee machines, which are notoriously filthy here in the
it's
States,
disgusting.
were spotless there. It was beautiful.
Hmm.
Okay.
At what point did I get cut off, by the way? Because I got disconnected, obviously.
Did you?
Did I actually
we
successfully
were talking
introduce Phil or no?
No.
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 Okay. And joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
My home and native land.
Keep going. You know the rest?
True.
Have you got it in front of you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
True.
See the reflection in your
Patriots,
glasses.
Yeah. Patriot
Patriot free
love.
love by all is
In
that right?
all thy
in all
it used to
thy
be in all thy sons.
sons
It's
command.
not in all thy sons anymore. They changed
oh, it's
it.
not. Oh, what is it?
It's in all of us command.
In
Which,
all
by
of
the
us
way,
command.
people went crazy over
I
that.
would imagine, yes.
Really?
All of us command.
Imagine that.
That is the extent of O Canada that I know, and
You're
even
that's
then,
pretty good. I
I mean,
gotta say.
for an American,
That's not bad.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the tune. I can hum the tune for you, but that's the extent of the lyrics I know.
You're pretty close. That's about halfway.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's not a very long song.
Okay. I know. I mean, I know our.
Everybody knows the American national
we have
anthem.
a terrible. We have
battle
a terrible.
cry.
We have a terrible national anthem. Our national anthem. Here's my hot take for today. The United States of America's national anthem should be America the Beautiful.
Man, we're gonna lose.
It should
You
be
know
America
what?
the
You know what?
Beautiful.
I agree with you.
Yeah, it
America the
absolutely should.
Beautiful is a fantastic song.
It is.
Yes.
And
It is. And it
describes a beautiful nation.
It is. It's a beautiful song about beauty and nature, and it is perhaps more importantly very easy to sing. Whereas the Star Spangled Banner is a nightmare to sing.
There you go.
It's a terrible song. It is a terrible song. But America the Beautiful is fantastic. It should be our national anthem.
Should be.
So take that, Washington Fat Cats.
All right.
So much hate mail.
This may be the most pressing issue facing our nation today.
Yeah.
I can hear the click clacking on the keyboard
Yeah.
as Phil speaks.
The most pressing issue in our nation today. It's got to rank top 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly
Oh God.
right behind defunding Campbell's. Because
Campbell's?
Yeah.
The soup?
Yeah, the soup people, yeah. CJ knows what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
You didn't hear about the soup crap?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh,
about that.
I heard third hand something about it, but I don't know what it was.
You expect me to pay attention to
Soup is a notorious weapon here in the United
that's
States.
for
now.
sure. All right.
Anyway.
So speaking of
Yeah.
notorious weapons, let's talk about video game news.
Tie that in. Because you haven't tied it in yet. Let's
I
hear.
haven't. No.
Wrap that back around. What's the notorious weapon?
I can't.
Oh, my goodness.
Can't tie it back in. But hey, this week we finally got that Super Mario 35th anniversary direct that had
we
been
all knew was
rumored
coming.
for so long.
Yes, it's real.
Announcing Super Mario 3D All Stars.
Yep.
That is coming out
Yes.
on September 18th. So
There it is.
like a week or two from now, you'll be able to play 3 classic Mario games on your Nintendo Switch system. That's Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy.
Yes. Spanning 3 system generations.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think it's great that they're releasing that stuff.
Yeah.
Mario.
I wish they were doing more with them.
Mario Galaxy 2. Conspicuous.
Justice
its
for Mario
absence.
Galaxy 2. There are some have speculated that it's because it would be hard to do the thing you had to use some waggle while you were also riding Yoshi, and it might be hard to do with the touchscreen, but who knows?
The Joy-Cons.
I know you do.
The
You're
Joy-Cons waggle?
Yes, they waggle.
Do the
In fact,
Joy-Cons waggle?
You can use that in Super Mario Galaxy. So, yeah, no idea why Galaxy 2 didn't make the cut, but it's not on there. So we get 3.
That way they can charge $20 for it later.
3 games for a $60 price point, and on sale only until the end of March.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, it's like
That's
a 6-month
weird,
window.
Like a 6-month window.
weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Yeah,
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I mean, I get the significance of the date, but I don't get doing that. I even.
What's the significance of the date?
Well, isn't that the actual 35th anniversary?
I don't know.
March 20.
I don't think so. No.
What do I look like?
So.
Shigeru Miyamoto?
Anyway.
I don't know.
You do kind of resemble him.
Really? Well, that's nice.
Really?
He's a good-looking. He's a good-looking
feel
fella.
Like that's not true, but I guess I don't get the significance of the date. But I don't. I mean, I can even understand maybe on the physical side, not having it printed forever.
Right.
Right.
Like the
But they're-
digital side.
I mean,
too.
they're pulling it off
digital
the
side
digital
too.
stores.
Weird.
Yeah.
They did. I mean, they did the limited release of Mario All Stars. Remember in like the a collectible
that
larger thing, and also a Kirby collection that was a limited retail.
Okay, with the Mario All-Stars one though, that came with like an art book. Like that felt like
it was great.
That also got a reprint later on as well.
So it did get a reprint as a best. Like
was that Kirby? That Kirby collection was limited as well.
Yeah.
Did that come with anything special?
Yeah, that came with the book.
Yeah, my only thought is, and I think somebody just mentioned it in our chat too, but the only thing I can think is that they'll break them up and sell them separately, digitally, maybe.
Yeah, very possible. Very possible.
For $30 a piece, probably.
High, an even higher price. So I pre-ordered it pretty much immediately.
I did as well
because I'm excited about it, and it's the Rumble Pack version of Mario 64. So we never got that here.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I didn't know that.
It does rumble. It is not widescreen, unfortunately.
Right.
But
that's the thing that I kind of wished they were. I kind of wish they'd done something. But
yeah, I mean, the thing we have to compare it to are all of the mods that the PC has gotten. Like, people have like, here's the 8K version of Mario 64 using the 3D model from Smash Brothers, and it has all these orchestrated soundtracks and all this stuff. But by comparison, just putting the ROM of the Rumble version of the 64 game and doing some graphical things seems like you're not doing enough. But I don't know. I'm fine with it.
I'm the problem that I have with it, and I don't think that this is unreasonable. I'm not saying that people shouldn't buy it because of this, but the reason that I'm not buying it is because it's a full price game, which here is almost $100.
Right.
So I can't justify $100 for, if I didn't have all the original games on consoles I still have, then I definitely would buy it.
Yeah.
Well, Mario Sunshine gets widescreen graphics and a bunch of graphical touch-ups. I wonder if it'll have any gameplay improvements as well.
Do you like Mario Sunshine?
I liked
Mario Sunshine.
Yeah,
I played like a couple hours into Mario Sunshine and put it away.
I reviewed it, and I really enjoyed it when I reviewed it. But then when I went back to like sort of clean it up,
I
was sick of it.
Oh, really?
Like, I didn't hate it, but it just like a Mario 64 as an example, which was the previous Mario game at that point. I can pick that up and play that anytime, and I enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, and I find it hard to put down.
Yeah.
Mario Sunshine and this is 20 years ago. I haven't touched it in like 20 years.
Right.
Or however old it is. It's close to 20 years old.
It's right up there.
I found that that was the first time with the Mario game that even if I'd played, I didn't finish it for the review, but I couldn't go back.
How did you review it then?
Enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it after I'd given it like a 9.5. I didn't enjoy it after I went back to pick it up.
But
I do want to play it again because
under the condition that I have to get through this game super fast.
Sure,
I'm not gonna. I mean, I think
that it was also. Hey, you know what? It was a Mario game, and you kind of sit there and think, this is still a great game, even if it's not at the level of other Mario games. At my opinion was at the time anyway.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back and play it again because I feel like giving it a chance this much later, I might be more into it. I don't know.
I have some good news for you. They're re-releasing
coming out.
Yeah.
It's coming out.
I finished it back in the day. I really enjoyed it. And I remember because I was at Game Now when that game came out. And I remember there being on the EGM side some kind of people poo-pooing it, if I remember correctly.
Wasn't me. I gave it 9.5.
Yeah, clearly wasn't you.
Yeah.
But I remember there being a fair bit of negativity.
It was a weird
around that game.
A departure for Mario.
Sure.
Because of
I think coming out of Luigi's
it.
Mansion, where everybody wanted a sequel to Mario 64,
yeah.
Now you built it up in your head that Super Mario Sunshine is the follow-up to Super Mario 64, and you have that baggage.
And again, the vibe, and I could have been completely misreading it. I'm also talking about something that I vaguely remember from 20 years ago, so
right.
That's a giant caveat there.
Oh my God, Mario Sunshine was 20 years ago.
I know, right?
God damn.
18.
Whatever.
2002.
Oh yeah. I mean, a huge difference. You're right. Yeah.
But you remember the day it came out. I don't know if you remember this, Phil.
Right now. That's how old it is.
Phil, Super Mario Sunshine came out same time as Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube.
Uh-huh.
And the Wavebird came out at the same time.
Right.
And I believe you and I were roommates at the time. We went to the Northgate Mall in San Rafael to purchase both of those from the GameStop.
I think we were still in Illinois at that point.
No, we were not.
Wavebird.
Is that right?
We were still in Illinois.
Yeah.
Wavebird might have been Illinois, but
because I remember testing it through the cubicle walls in Illinois.
Yeah,
possible.
yeah.
But Mario Sunshine and Soul Calibur 2 came out on the same day.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember going to the GameStop with you and picking them up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
good time for gaming.
All right.
It was a good time for gaming.
I just remember the vibe
being negative.
I remember the vibe being negative, and again, kind of the feeling that I picked up was that people were expecting Mario Sunshine to be as much of a leap from Mario 64.
Oh, that's definitely true.
As Mario 64 was from like Mario World.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's wildly unrealistic.
Wait,
when you have
are you saying that people have wildly unrealistic expectations for the next generation of
Yes, I do. I suppose I do. People expecting
amazing
going from a two-dimensional Mario game to kind of a groundbreaking revolutionary three-dimensional platformer, taking all those mechanics and level design and characterization from the 2D games and moving them into 3D, and then somehow expecting that same sort of jump when just going from a 3D game to a prettier 3D game. And it's just like, well, no, you're not going to get that. But I really enjoyed Mario Sunshine back in the day. However, I've never gone back and replayed it.
Yeah, same here.
So, I need
to do that.
Which is one of the reasons why I'm really looking forward to a week and a half from now when I can.
It'll be out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
And then Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
Is included in that as well. I played a lot of Mario Galaxy. I never finished it.
I mostly skipped Mario Galaxy. Love Mario Galaxy 2. Yeah. But for some reason, I skipped Mario Galaxy.
Oh, yeah?
So.
Well, then.
But, yeah, it was... Galaxy's so great. And then what's the 3D... Super 3D World? Is that the other one that's coming out?
So yeah. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury comes out in February next year.
And this is the Wii U game.
This is the Wii U game, although they have made alterations to it. Like game speed is different. Like your run speed is different. They've sped it up quite a bit. Really? Yeah, you can see some comparison videos. Game Explained put some up. There are definite differences in the speed of Mario's run and the other characters too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Bowser's Fury thing. Little teaser on the end of that. Who knows that
we don't really know what that is, do we?
Means no, we don't. But
just like here's a spooky looking level.
A spooky looking level, yeah. Is it going to be
spooky
Cat Bowser? Are we going to see a Bowser in a cat suit?
Cat Bowser.
Oh man,
I wonder. Yes. But they are coming out with new amiibo for that Cat Mario and a Cat Peach. Already up for pre-order, so that's pretty cool.
That's a good game. That's fun.
Yeah, Mario 3D World. I like
3D Land better.
I like 3D Land better, yes. But 3D World, it's a good game, but man, is it long. Like there's so much in 3D World.
And wasn't it really meant to be played like 4-player?
Yeah. Well, in terms of screen space too. There's just a lot of space on the screen that isn't being used if you're playing it single player. Which apparently they also made alterations to like some of the camera angles and things as well. So but anyway, then we got Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. This is an AR game.
Awesome.
And in fact, this is the first AR game I can remember where I thought, I really want to play this.
Yeah.
I would like to play that.
I was like, I am in on this.
I mean, how many years have I watched Apple events where they demo an AR game? It never looks interesting to me.
Right.
You have like a minute-long video of Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, and I'm like, I would like to play this.
Yeah. And I was watching the video too. Like, I love from what I mean. I haven't watched too much, so maybe this has already been explained. But I like how you create the track. You actually drive the car around to create the track originally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gates, and it looks like once you've created the track, it actually forces the car to stay within those walls.
Yes.
As well.
Well, and it also comes with, I believe, like 4 different
gates,
and little AR card things for turns and things.
Yeah.
So the camera can recognize a nice black and white pattern for the turn. This looks like it'll be hugely fun.
It looks really neat. Also looks like, gonna call out. It looks like something Sega did back in the 80s, but
yeah. I'm just glad that I have a giant empty living room space in order to play
That's
it.
true. Yeah.
I will not be getting this.
I worry about.
I will not be getting this. I mean, it looks great. It looks super fun, but
you don't have the space. Yeah.
I do not have the
I don't
space
either, actually,
for such a thing.
But it doesn't look like, that's the thing, is that from even watching the demos, like the quick videos they were showing, it doesn't look like you need a big room.
No, because the carts themselves are pretty small. They're not big.
Yeah. And it looks like they were making a pretty decent size course, and you get to define the course.
Right.
And it looks like you can do crossovers as well. So
I mean, that demo video, it takes place in a giant empty room.
No, I know, but then
with like
a
couch in the center of it.
True. Yeah.
You get into, I suppose, but either way, I mean, from what I was worried about that too, and the more I looked at it, the more I was like, actually, it looks like I could probably get away with. I don't have a gigantic living room,
right?
I think it's big enough, and then it like I have an open entrance to the kitchen too, so I think that I could probably do something cool with that. Yeah. I'm trying it either way. It's too cool, and I also want to figure out if I want to figure out if it could it work outside. I wonder.
I imagine it can.
Like,
yeah.
Does it work on carpet?
Nice big deck?
That's a good question. Does it work on carpet?
Because my place is pretty much entirely carpeted. So
yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Is it like 70s shag carpet?
I'm interested.
I wish.
Yeah, no kidding.
And
that was comfortable, man.
I'm sure we'll see plenty of
nice
YouTube
feet.
Oh, yeah,
we'll see plenty of YouTube videos of people actually running this on different surfaces. So.
No, but I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm curious if you could build jumps and things. Like, how crazy can you get with this?
From watching,
does it have to be flat, or
it looks like it probably has to be flat?
Yeah, probably does.
Especially because, like I say, it seems like once it's set, it looks like the cart you can't intentionally drive out of the boundaries of the track. It looks like to me.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think if you put jumps into the mix, you might be screwing with it a little bit, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Well, it is cool, and apparently you buy either the Mario or Luigi version of it, and the game itself is a free download. So
Luigi,
you just buy the car,
but you need 2 switches to run more than one car, I guess. So that's the only thing that we won't be able to do here. We'll have to pick one or the other.
That's true.
But it looks like you can run
cool,
2 cars on the same track.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm really it seems so gimmicky, but as I was watching the trailer, I'm like, I'm gonna have to own this. Like,
yeah.
First AR game I've ever actually wanted to play.
I would love to play it, but I don't have the means to do it.
Yeah.
I don't have the space.
So we have a new NSO exclusive game. It's Super Mario Brothers 35, and that comes out October 1st.
We have it for a while.
We have it for a little while. Again until
what the hell?
March 31st. Which pits 35 players against each other in various levels of the original Super Mario Brothers, and you can send enemies to other players. It's set up very much like Tetris 99.
It looks pretty cool,
and it looks super cool. Yeah,
and hopefully, as I'm watching it, I'm like, well, I don't suck at Super Mario Brothers like I suck at Tetris. So that should be cool.
Right.
And then I was stupid enough to go and play some Super Mario All-Stars and realize I pretty much suck at Super Mario Brothers now too. So
yes,
that'll be fun.
That was another thing, of course, announced during the Direct. Super Mario All-Stars hit the Super Nintendo app within
app thing,
the NSO stuff. Yeah. So, of course, I loaded that up. Those games have different physics than the originals, right?
Yeah, I never really played Mario All-Stars when it was on Super Nintendo, and when I got the Wii version, I barely touched it because it was more about collecting it than owning it, than playing it. So I sat and I played some of it this weekend, and I don't like those versions compared to the old NES games.
Yeah, a little different. That was the first time I played Lost Levels. I've never liked
Lost Levels.
Yeah, I never did either. I did finish it back on the Super Nintendo, but I never enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's Lost Levels is not great.
No, for sure. All right, and another exciting Super Mario 35 announcement. They're doing a Game & Watch Super Mario Brothers edition coming out on November 13th for $50. This is a little Game & Watch console, plays only Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels. And it also has Ball, or it has a Mario version of Ball, which is a Game & Watch game.
The first Game & Watch game.
The first Game & Watch game, and it has a clock as well.
But it doesn't have the Game & Watch version of Super Mario Brothers.
Right, there was a Game & Watch Super Mario Brothers. This does not include it, which is strange.
Yeah, it is.
unless it's like a hidden thing, which could be. I never played the Game & Watch Super Mario Brothers. I would not be able to comment on its quality or lack thereof.
It is simplistic. Let's say that. Yeah. It's just scrolling
Game & Watch.
It's scrolling platforms and you jump in between them, and it's as Game & Watch games go, it's not a particularly good one. So I mean, we're not really missing anything by it not being on there, but it seems very, very odd that there is a Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch coming out that does not contain the Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch.
Maybe it'll be hidden on there, though. Who knows?
I think we've had this conversation. If you are going to hide a game on there, it should have been Ball, because that's
but Ball is on there.
Ball is on there.
Ball is on there.
But it's like, that should be the hidden thing. Hey, look, it's a secret copy of the first Game & Watch game, but we altered it a bit to put Mario's head in there. That's a cute bonus. Now go play the actual Super Mario Game & Watch, which is what should have been on this Super Mario Game & Watch. I'm going to buy the stupid thing.
Of course. Me too.
Don't know what I'm complaining about anyway. They got my damn money, or they will as soon as the orders
they will.
Go up.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah. I hope this is easier to get than some previous.
And it's just going to go in my damn cabinet with all my other Game & Watch stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
you actually going to use it?
I mean, I'll play it once and go, yep.
This is Super Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers.
I needed a 34th copy of that I purchased.
You paid $50 for? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm so glad that I never ever. I have no nostalgia for Game & Watch whatsoever.
I do for the Donkey Kong dual screen Game & Watch.
Yeah.
So this it has absolutely no sway on me at all. Like,
consider yourself
looks
lucky.
neat.
Yeah,
but not $75 neat.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you got your crazy.
We got the markup.
You got your markup there.
Yeah.
Which somebody last week mentioned. Everyone seems to think that. I don't know. It's weird for me to bring that up, but screw you. I live in Canada. This is what I have to pay for this stuff.
This is the reality.
This is what it is.
Boy.
What about next gen games? How much are those going to be?
Well, like I say, after tax here, standard price is 91 something.
Oof.
Yeah.
On a game. Oof. So if games creep up another $10, then it'll be $100 purchase.
I have pre-ordered my first PS5 game. I do not have a PS5 system.
Yeah.
Ordered anywhere. Certainly I can't order it anywhere, but I do. Yet, no. I am purchasing a PlayStation 5 game.
Spider-Man.
Which one? Spoil it.
Would it surprise you to hear
Minecraft?
That the first PlayStation 5 game that I have
Rogue Legacy 2
is Lego Star Wars.
Oh, right.
The Skywalker Saga Deluxe Edition.
So what is this exactly? Is it all the existing Lego Star Wars? I really
no. It is. I
don't think so. It's a new game.
It's 100% new game that covers all 9 movies.
So the 3 good movies and then the 6 movies that I'll never watch again.
Yes, it covers Empire Strikes Back, New Hope, and The Last Jedi, and then the others. So wow, no, we're not even going to get into it. But
you pre-ordered it.
Okay. Yes, it does. It does go through all 9 of the numbered.
I'm always up for a good Lego game.
Yeah, it looks really nice. It looks really cute. I mean, it's a Lego game. It looks fun.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I ordered I originally had it pre-ordered for Switch, and then it has since been delayed until next year.
Not enough teraflops. You needed more teraflops.
Exactly. Yeah, because they pushed it back. It was supposed to come out this year, and then they pushed it back, and then they announced the PS5 version. So I canceled my Switch version. Ordered it for PS5, getting the deluxe edition that comes with some like DLC stuff, as the Lego games tend to do. It comes with an exclusive Lego minifigure.
Can I use all of my Lego Dimensions figures on this?
Not
I still have them.
Yes, you can play through Rise of Skywalker as Homer Simpson. You absolutely can.
That would be fun.
That might make that a good movie if Homer was in it, but
make it worse.
Oh boy, that's true. The deluxe edition comes with a minifigure of Luke, and he's got a little carton of blue milk, and he's got a little blue milk mustache.
That's pretty good
on his mouth, which is great. Nice. And I at least here in the States, I don't know what the Canada situation is. If you pre-order that game from Best Buy, you get a bonus Steelbook as well. And the Steelbook is great because it looks like it's Han in Carbonite.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you doing a little wanking motion there?
Was.
And then you heard it was a little Lego Han and Carbonite.
I'm still not buying it.
It's that's cute, but it's cute though.
That's cute.
It's cute.
I can't remember the last time I cared about Steelbook, but
oh man, I like Steelbook.
I remember going to Best Buy and just seeing those things on the shelves after a while, and they were just giving them away.
I know, right?
You didn't get the game; you just got the Steelbook,
right? Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
But
right next to those Sunset Overdrive trucker hats. Sunset Overdrive is a good game. Damn it. Anyway,
so I'm told.
You know, speaking of pre-orders,
play more of that.
It is September, and
there's time for clacks.
At some point, Sony and Microsoft are going to have to offer pre-orders for their machines.
You don't know that.
Well, that's true. I guess I don't.
They don't
but
have to.
If they are going to put them up for order on their stores, their Microsoft.com and their PlayStation.com stores, here's a little tip. Get in there and put your shipping address in.
I think if there was ever a year where they shouldn't do pre-orders and only sell at retail, 2020 is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2020 is definitely it, right? But yeah, since they're probably going to announce, I would have to imagine they do something soon. Log in your account there, make sure your address is right. So you don't have to edit it during the crush of pre-orders.
And just pray that you don't have to buy it through lego.com.
Well, yeah.
What?
I just
speaking of pre-orders,
sucks.
Why would you buy
you
a
wouldn't. I'm
PS5
just saying the experience
through
was terrible.
lego.com?
I don't know.
What did you order from lego.com?
The NES, the Lego NES.
Oh, okay.
You remember how terrible that experience was?
Yeah. Hey, boy, speaking of Lego, look at this.
When's the Seinfeld coming out? Because that's the next one I want.
Oh,
they haven't announced a date for that
good,
yet.
'cause
But
I don't
it's
have
it's coming.
Let me know.
If it's typical Lego, what they will do is they will release the official images of it and then be like, it's available in 2 weeks, because that's usually how Lego works with this. But look at this. This showed up today. Speaking of Lego Star Wars.
What's that?
Very nice.
The Mandalorian ship.
Nice.
The Razor Crest from the
Just
Mandalorian.
in time for season 2.
And look at this. Look at this. There he is.
Aww.
YouTube
the
viewers
child.
are looking at Lego Baby Yoda right there.
It's not Baby Yoda. It's the child.
The child.
Well,
yeah. Lego the child.
I'll call it what I want. There we go.
Speaking of pre-orders,
you
can now cancel eShop pre-orders. Up to 7 days before the game comes out. They won't. I guess they're not charging until that point.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a new thing. You previously could not cancel eShop.
I ask, why do people pre-order games digitally?
I have pre-ordered Mario All-Stars 3D.
Yes.
And also 3D World plus
But you could just buy it.
But you pre-order it and it preloads, and then you just at 9 p.m.
But you
load
could
it
just
up.
log on at 9 p.m. and buy the game.
But I don't want to have to download something at 9 p.m. Just preload it digitally.
So, oh man, I'm going to go back to Lego Star Wars real quick, just based on our chat. Ronnie in our chat has said that someone is offering a skin of Darth Vader in a Christmas sweater as a pre-order bonus. Which
Phil's just pre-ordered something.
No, I bought the other day Lego stuff. The Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar, which is a little annual gift to myself that I buy for the month of December. I just bought 2020's Lego Advent Calendar, and that does come with a little promotional sticker on it with gives you a code that you can type into the game when it comes out that will unlock it's Darth Vader, and he's wearing like one of those those ugly Christmas sweaters that are all the ironic rage these days.
Sure.
He's wearing one that has like the Death Star knitted into it, and
fun.
And that's actually you can get that actual figure, like a little physical version of that figure in the Advent Calendar. So
I see.
It's all toys
all
to
coming
life.
Together. Apparently.
Toys to life.
Greg, I imagine you put this on the outline here. All 36 Sega Astro City mini games
I did not.
been announced.
Nope. Phil can put stuff on the outline too.
Phil did it. What?
Yeah, because I
Phil
looked
put
at
a
this
Sega thing on the outline.
Well, I looked at this outline, and whoever filled it out was just like Nintendo. We can only talk about Nintendo on this show.
Okay, so what do you want to say about the Astro City Mini?
Friggin' Pirate McGee over here. But Sega,
yeah,
that great company Sega. Did Greg just leave? Greg just turned off his camera.
He did.
He doesn't want us to see his raging erection as we talk about classic Sega arcade games.
Just relax, Phil.
He's
Apparently.
He's self-conscious about it.
Mm.
So the Astro City mini console, which is still Japan only at the moment. Yeah. They were announcing the games in waves, and now we have the full list of 36 titles on that collection.
Yeah.
The Sega Blue Wave.
Yeah, sure.
So it's got some good stuff on it. What are you most excited about?
Well, let's see here. What are the new games we got on here? Scramble Spirits, which I do not know what Scramble Spirits is. Greg, do you know what Scramble Spirits is?
I should, but I don't.
Nope. Do you know what Ninja Princess is?
It's about a ninja princess.
That's the one. That's the one I figured. Yeah, it's got Arabian fight like Arabian days. It's got that one on there. That's like a beat 'em up kind of thing.
Ninja Princess is quite old. Isn't that a Yuji Naka game? Wasn't that the first game Yuji Naka worked on or something? No, that was a different one. I'm sorry.
Couldn't tell you, my dude. It's got Sonic Boom on here, which, I mean, that game, based on the new, or not new, but recent Sonic the Hedgehog animated series.
Mm-hmm.
That's not that game. It's an old game. It turns out the Sega has an old game called Sonic Boom.
Okay.
It's like a vertical scrolling shooter. Stack Columns, which I'm assuming is some sort of columns variant.
Must be.
Which
None of these are very exciting, I have to say.
I don't like columns. Flicky.
Columns is terrible.
There you go, Flicky.
Flicky's a good time.
Flicky's a simple little game, but I do enjoy Flicky.
That's a game that you look at that and go, yeah, that sucks. And then if you give it a chance,
yeah, it's a fun little game.
This is a good game.
And it makes for a surprisingly in-depth episode of Generation 16, I might add. As someone who's watched that episode. I know at least 2 of us here have. Quartet 2, Puyo Puyo Su.
Also supposed to be like a very good Puyo Puyo game.
Okay.
Way better than the first one. Is my understanding.
Can't get into Puyo Puyo. I'm sorry. I tried.
Me neither. Me neither. But I highly recommend trying that one.
Oh, I mean, I certainly will.
My understanding is if you're going to get into it, that'll be the one that'll do it.
Okay. We got Thunder Force AC.
Yep.
So it's the arcade version of Thunder Force 2.
3.
Yep. Is it 3?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, 3.
2 was the overhead one.
Yes. Thunder Force 3. The is it the best?
Thunder Force 3 came out on the Mega Drive. Yeah, I think it is. Although some people really like 4, Lightning Force.
Lightning Force.
Yes. Yeah, Thunder Force 3 came out on the Mega Drive. Then it was ported to the arcade as Thunder Force AC, and then that version was ported to the Super Nintendo as Thunder Spirits.
That's right. Alex Kidd: The Lost Stars, which
is not what you expect it to be when you play it.
Yeah, which is that that's not the first Alex Kidd one, is it?
I think it is.
Is that the first one? Is that the one where he's kind of a bigger sprite?
Yeah, and when he jumps, he does the splits.
Yeah. That's not a very good game.
No.
We got Radmobile.
There you go.
Radmobile.
3D
racing.
That
a steering wheel. That's
that had a steering wheel in the arcade. So this will be
Radmobile, I think, was the actual first appearance of Sonic.
It actually was.
There's a little Sonic pendant hanging from the mirror.
Little dangly rearview mirror. Yep. Sonic's first video game appearance. Space Harrier, which I'm a fan of Space Harrier. I love me some Space Harrier. And then Seishun Scandal, which we in the West may know as My Hero, which was a Master System game, I believe.
Yeah.
So, so that's the final batch of games, and I mean, not there's some good games in there, but there are obviously some other ones.
That's like the final batch and probably the least exciting.
Yeah, the last batch had like Shinobi and Shadow Dancer and the Wonder Boys and E-SWAT and Cotton, and of course the first batch had like Revenge of Death Adder and Alien Storm and Virtua Fighter and stuff. So, but there's some really great games in here. I still have mine ordered, pre-ordered over at Amazon Japan.
Sure.
I have 2 of the little add-on D-pad controllers for sale or pre-ordered as well. They also they're doing a big arcade stick.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. You can
which looks very much like the stick that came out for the Dreamcast.
Oh, does it?
I find anyway. It looks a lot like the arcade stick for the Dreamcast to me.
But that's like that's topping at $100. I think it's like $120 for that joystick. So I'm not getting that.
Whoa.
But you know what I am getting?
What's that?
I don't know if you've seen this. I included a link in our show notes for the Amazon order of it. There is a Game Center add-on kit, very very similar to the fake Sega CD and 32X that you could get for the Genesis Mini. This is basically a little plastic stand that you can set your Astro City Mini on, that makes it look like a full-on, like full-size little Japanese arcade machine.
Huh.
And it comes with a little stool that you can sit next to
it. A little carpet as well, or is that the special edition?
I think that's a special edition.
Yeah, so the special edition comes with like a little carpet that has a Sega logo on it, I think.
Yeah.
And then it also comes with, I think they're like Sega arcade tokens.
Oh, really?
That you can,
Okay.
That look really cool, but I think
that's
thing's pretty expensive too. So
yeah, the basic one that I'm talking about is like $35, and yeah, it's just got the stand.
Yeah. Oh, and it's got some marquees.
It's got the stool, and then yeah, it has a little little like clear plastic marquee that you can attach to the top, and then slip
that's awesome.
Slip little signs in there to advertise whatever arcade game you want. So
that's cool.
So have either of you, or Phil, I guess you more than CJ, just because you seem more likely to buy this, have you ordered, or are you going to order the Neo Geo machine?
Which the one that the old one?
The MVS? No, the new one. The
new
MVS
one,
sort of arcade 1-up looking thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've seen this new one. Where's this new one? Do you have a link to it?
I'm trying to look it up right now.
I don't know if I've seen this,
but it's like a tabletop thing. Like
it's a tabletop thing
on arcade 1-up, one of the tabletop models that they did.
Oh,
it's Neo Geo games.
Oh, so it's like a smaller kind of one. Like you would put like a barcade kind of thing.
Kind of like a barcade
kind of. Here, let me hang on a sec. I'll send a link here, because this is what people love to do, is listen to us
Google search,
do internet research stuff.
Yeah.
I'm interested in it, although I'd love to know more about. It's kind of a catch-22 because
it's not
cheap.
It's $500.
Cheap,
$500.
But if the emulation is good,
mm-hmm.
and also if it's easy to put ROMs on,
Neo Geo MVS arcade cabinet, $500, has 50 games in it, and yeah, it's like a little tabletop thing. I will not buy this. I will not. I mean, I like the Neo Geo certainly, but I don't.
But not $500
like it. No.
Yeah.
No, it's neat though.
Probably build yourself a decent, like, countertop MAME cabinet.
Yeah.
For less. So
yeah.
I was just curious if you had looked at that or were thinking about that.
No, I had not seen it, and it's great. Looks cool, but no, it's too rich for my blood.
See,
and I mean, I also have that that giant arcade stick, the Neo Geo arcade stick that came out a while ago that has like 30 games or whatever built into it. So
yeah,
so I have that, and that has all the Metal Slugs, which is really all that's like the main.
Don't
thing
they all? I mean, like I have the mini arcade cabinet that came out, which is okay, but it's just stinking with Metal Slug games.
Well, it's SNK is so weird with their Neo Geo re-releases, because sometimes it'll have like, this version has all the Metal Slugs, but no other kind of shootery type games, and this version has a couple different shootery games, but it's missing like 2 of the Metal Slugs.
Yeah,
stuff like that. So,
just love to see them. I mean, I guess there's about 150. Geo games total. Would love to just see them do some definitive collections. You know what I mean? Like just here's in packs of 25 or 50 or something like that, and just get them all out there.
Right.
But that'll never happen.
Okay.
I see.
There you go.
And wrapping up the news portion of this show, Crunchyroll and Adult Swim are doing a Shenmue anime series, 13 episode series. So I don't know how much of the Shenmue story get into
episodes.
Is it an adaptation of like the first game, or?
I would imagine at 13 episodes, you can't really squeeze a ton of story into that.
All right.
I wouldn't think, but yeah. So no premiere date or anything, just that they're working on it. So 13 episode Shenmue anime.
Is it like a side story where like we found out Ryo's father owned like a Japanese bathhouse that his son inherits, and then it turns into like a crazy like harem anime with wacky escapades and
probably
like he's tripping and falling into
and there's a girl he really likes, but he can't tell her, and he can't tell her for 13 episodes, and then he can't tell her for another 13 episodes.
Yeah, they're both like too shy to say anything, but
of course.
And then in like the next 13 episodes he tells her, but then he takes it back because she thought he was joking.
Yeah,
and he can't tell her for another 13 episodes.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
I think I will hold off. I think I'll pass on this series, and I will wait for them to do a Yakuza series, which will be kind of like this one, but good.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that sounds like a better plan.
No, I'm just playing. There's going to be
all right.
One of the episodes is going to be like a big forklift race, though.
I mean, at least
like
one episode
style. They'll be driving.
They'll probably have to.
Yeah, big Initial D homage.
And it'll be like Dragon Ball. They're gonna have to space the fight over like 2 episodes. It'll be like 2 episode.
Thing. Well, the Dragon Ball stuff will when because one of the episodes is going to be a lucky hit episode, and they're going to be like charging up, before they play. Yeah.
Just 2 characters staring at each other for a half hour. Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But that's Virtual Fighter, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's Virtual Fighter.
All right. Let's get into what you've been playing. I've been playing some video games.
Yeah, apparently.
So I played some Moon on the Nintendo Switch. Moon, developed by Kimura-san and Onion Games. So Onion Games is the name of the current developer. I think Love Delic is the developer of the original. This is a PS1 RPG that never came out in the US. We talked about it a little bit last week, and it's sort of revered among fan communities as like this great PS1 RPG.
Kind of like how Arc the Lad was until it came here and we all played it and wondered why the hell everyone loved it so much.
Well, maybe.
And then just realized that it was Dave Halverson going crazy over some game nobody really wanted.
Right.
I don't know. Close or not. I don't know. You tell me.
But... I think this is maybe warranted though.
Okay.
So this is a reverse RPG, and the way the game opens is with an animation of a young kid playing a PS1 RPG and doing all the things that you do in an RPG as the warrior, like defeating a dragon, talking to the king, all that kind of good stuff, going into people's houses and taking things out of their cupboards, like looting their houses. It has all that sort of thing. And then you turn off the game, but somehow get sucked into the game.
Cool.
And so you are now in the game as the spirit of this little kid, and you realize that the hero character is actually a big jerk who's like looting and killing all these monsters, stealing from all these people. And the game world itself is sort of like this Truman Show sort of setup where the NPCs have their own opinions about like the hero and what everybody in the town should be doing and all that sort of thing. And you, as the spirit of this kid, get adopted by this old woman who then puts clothes on you because she thinks you're a person who actually existed in the world. And then your job in this game is to pick up after the hero and like as he goes around killing monsters, they're dead. You have to basically like find their spirits and catch them. And in the game, you have to like catch love. You're collecting love in this game. So you're talking to NPCs and like doing little side quests for them, but you're also like catching the spirits of the dead creatures that the hero has left in its wake. Right. So it's a very interesting and weird sort of game. It starts off with a kind of day-night cycle thing like Majora's Mask, but you only are allowed to live up until a certain point. So as you level up, you can stay in the world longer and longer, but you have to go to sleep in a bed by a certain time of day. So you have like a very short cycle to do the things that you need to do, go to sleep, wake up again. And there is a timeline with days of the weeks and times that certain things happen where NPCs, so it's sort of like a Groundhog Day setup, but you're reliving like an entire week where people do things on the same sorts of schedules, day after day, or only certain days of the week. And it's a very weird game. It's very interesting. There's no like battling per se. It's it is an RPG, but it feels more like a graphic adventure type game almost.
I am being sold here. Keep going. It's great.
It's a very interesting game. I think it's only $15 on the eShop.
Yeah.
But it's a PS1 game and it feels like a PS1 game, but it's it's well written. Tim Rogers did the translation. So Tim Rogers, whether you're a fan of him or not.
Okay, so this is the first negative part. Keep going.
Whether you're a fan of Tim Rogers or not, like the way he approached it's interesting, like to read the way he approached the translation is not from a Tim Rogers perspective where it would go on way too long, but he approached it like from the way that somebody in the 90s would have approached the translation. It's very
so like trying to Americanize it a little bit, or like how do you mean?
Not really. It's a good translation, though, is what I'm trying to say. Like it actually. You haven't
explained this well at all, but I'm still interested.
This well, but it's Tim Rogers, and he did a really, I think, good job. I'm not a huge fan of Tim Rogers, so take that as you will. I have watched his Dragon Quest review videos that go on for hours, because those are fun. But he did a good job on the translation for this, for Moon, and I like a lot of the stuff that Onion Games has done in the past. You know, when Tulip is another game that Kimura did back in the PS2 days. And I remember seeing that game at E3. I don't think I ever played it, but just thinking that it was a weird idea for a game. In that one you sent like love letters, or you were the mailman and you had to deliver love letters,
go around
or
like
something.
Like giving kisses or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Seems inappropriate.
But the games that Onion Games has done, I really enjoy. I think those are really quirky games. So I bought Moon in part to just support their efforts, because I think they're an interesting studio doing interesting stuff, and this being a sort of a game that was lost in the US. Picked it up and quite enjoying it.
I am adding it to my wish list.
Yeah. It's a weird game. It's weird. It's very weird. But I think you might like it. Actually, both of you probably think it's at least interesting.
It's interesting. If you go to the eShop now, when it's loading, it's a little 3D Mario.
Oh yeah, that is true.
I had not seen that.
So I also played a little Super Mario All-Stars on the Switch, because that's
getting
fun.
Yourself in that
That's
mood.
what you do nowadays.
That's what you do. Yeah. Loaded up Super Mario Brothers, got to the warp zone and saved my game.
Yeah.
I'll get back to that eventually. Also played Spellbreak.
Wait.
So Spellbreak.
Wait, you played Super Mario Brothers up to the warp zone.
Yeah.
So you played Super Mario Brothers
for about 2
minutes.
minutes.
The warp
for like 5 minutes. So you played Mario Brothers for 5 minutes. Just enough to get to the end of World 1, 2.
Just enough for that.
Well,
yeah. I'm done with this.
Had enough of this.
I'll go back to it. I'll play more of it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed All Stars. I really had a lot of fun with that back in the Super Nintendo days.
Back in the Super Nintendo days, I don't know how it was for you, but amongst my friends and I, Mario All Stars was a huge damn deal.
Yeah,
it
was
great. Crazy about it too. It wasn't
wildly exciting.
I was a Genesis.
You mean
kid,
there are 4 Mario games in one?
Yeah.
Amazing. And I get to play the secret Mario game that we never got.
Yeah.
In the US. And then you played it and you were like, oh.
Yeah, this is why.
I understand why we never got it.
Now I understand.
This is why. Boy, how did we get the good Mario too? Were there there's certainly, like, on PC, you know, you'd have like the VGA remakes of like Sierra's stuff.
Right.
But console stuff, was that the
you
first?
Didn't have that.
Was that the first time it was like, here's a game from an older system that we have reworked with new graphics and stuff?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big deal.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though the physics are a bit different.
The physics are a little different.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I still played the hell out of all 4 of those games back then.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I downloaded Spellbreak. This is a free-to-play battle royale game where it's all the attacks are magic based. So you can be like a fire or water, or not water, stone or electricity or ice.
This is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Basically, yeah. So it's a battle royale game. I think 60 players, squads of 3, and you battle, loot and level up your spells.
Okay.
And try to be the last one standing. Yeah, it has the same sort of battle royale gameplay as your PUBGs or your Fortnites or your Realm Royales, where the storm kind of closes in on you gradually until you're in a very, very tight space with a couple other teams that are left. But this one is out on all platforms, cross-play, and I think it looks great. Especially the Switch version plays very well. But it reminds me quite a bit of Realm Royale, which I really enjoyed. I liked Realm Royale a lot, but Realm Royale was a fantasy battle royale game that still had guns in it, and this one does not have guns. It's all cast and spells. But it's really interesting, really cool. Like if you pick the ice power, you can cast basically like an ice path for you, so you can be Frozone.
That doesn't seem canon.
And you can skate on these little ice paths, so you can like charge it up, and if you're like running for the circle, let's say you were not in the circle yet, you can cast a little ice path, speed your way through. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
You guys don't like battle royale, so you don't care.
No,
but,
not in the least.
I did like the Incredibles.
Looks really, really good, and it's free. So
yeah, when you mentioned Frozone, I looked up.
Incredibles 2 was kind of a letdown, but
never saw it.
Well, I mean, you're not missing much.
Yeah, you're not missing that much.
I mean, Brad Bird kind of doubles down on his Ayn Randianisms in that movie, because that's his new thing. But yeah.
Anyway, Spellbreak, check it out. It's free.
Okay.
It was previously only available if you bought a Founders Pack, so now it's totally free. And then I also played the Avengers.
That makes sense, because you are a big superhero fan.
It's true.
How many? No. What was the last Marvel movie you watched?
The last Marvel movie I watched.
And please don't think that I'm like gatekeeping you or calling you out and like, no, you're not a real Marvel fan.
You're just straight up shaming me.
To play this.
Probably Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Okay, so there's been a few.
Yeah.
So you didn't even see any of the like Endgame movies?
No.
I've
never seen any of the Avengers movies or any of that stuff.
Okay.
I'm not well versed in the MCU.
Okay. Not that this movie or this game has anything to do.
I noticed you were playing this on Steam. Then the same day I noticed your best friend Mike was playing it on Steam, and I was like, okay.
Well, our good friend and crewmate Magilla said that he was going to pick it up on Steam.
Okay.
And then Mike said he was going to pick it up on Steam. And then I said I was going to pick it up on Steam.
I've heard the PC version is not super great.
It has a lot of bugs and problems. Yes. It crashed on me a lot. It crashed on all three of us a lot.
Why?
While we're trying to play.
So why would the three of you opt? Well, I mean, obviously two of you opted for that version because the third one already did, but why would he opt for a version that is I don't know, well known as being buggier than the console versions, but B, missing a very big name character?
Oh yeah, Spider-Man.
This is Peter Parker the Spectacular.
I cannot answer that question why he went for that, but we normally play games on Steam on PC, so that I assume that's why. Yeah.
Okay then.
So the game is split up into campaign, a story campaign that is meant to be played single player, and then the Avengers Initiative, which is like the multiplayer stuff that happens post game. And the game really does encourage you to play through the single player story before going into multiplayer. So of course I went into multiplayer first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I chose Iron Man, so I am Iron Man in our group.
Okay.
And so we played a bunch of that this weekend. And when it wasn't crashing or having other problems, it was really quite a bit of fun. But it did have a lot of problems, including like when somebody else would crash out, it would put another computer controlled player in their place.
Okay.
But it would add an extra one too. So suddenly there were 5 heroes instead of 4. So
okay.
Yeah. And we had one problem where McGilla wasn't like we were trying to like destroy some generators or something, and then we did that, and it got after the point where respawns are restricted. So it plays a lot like Destiny, right? Where at a certain point respawns are restricted, like they won't if you're dead, you're dead. Then you get past that point and you can respawn if any of your teammates are alive. So we get to that point, and he had been spectating my player, so he's able to respawn, but his camera was stuck on as if he was spectating me.
That's weird.
Yeah. And we would try to start missions, and it wouldn't say that we were restricted from doing it, but it would never load.
Yeah.
So that was fun. So I'm really selling this game. But
yeah, you're doing a great job so
far. I really did have
just,
a lot of fun with it. I'm playing as Iron Man.
Moon.
I'm playing as Iron Man and just really enjoying the combat and flying around and shooting dudes with lasers.
Repulsor blasts, first of all.
Yeah,
with repulsor blasts.
I could tell you're not a fan.
I have repulsor blasts, I have lasers, and I have missiles. Yes.
I was just laughing at when you were describing that the goal of the mission was to destroy generators, and it just kind of hit me that is such a generic default. Like, we have to design a mission for our video game, and we don't know what the goal is going to be.
It's going to be repeatable.
How about a generator?
Players are going to have to do this multiple times. Yeah.
What are these generators generating?
Power.
Who cares?
Electricity? We'll say
something nefarious. Something nefarious.
Something that'll have some fun animation when it blows up. Maybe they can go through a big room full of crates to get to the generators.
There is a lot of destroying
empty
crates.
Cardboard boxes.
Yep, there it is.
There are a lot of
it's the cardboard box factory.
Yeah.
On
these
the
crates
map,
are holding generator parts. So
you can bring up a map that gives you little side missions to go after like special item chests or to defeat like special elite enemies. And get little rewards. I mean, it's very much like Destiny in that way.
See, this is the thing too. You didn't see Endgame, but
there was
a very dramatic part at the end when they're fighting Thanos
and destroy a bunch of generators.
And Thor was like, "Hold on a second, fellow heroes.
Yeah,
there's a chest over amongst this maze of crates."
This has been a recurring joke as we're playing. Like,
might have a better hammer in it that I can use.
Whenever we defeat like a big enemy, all of us are like running around the map, like searching for little chests, and it's
there you go, just like the movies. Just like the movies.
That's what I had heard. I forget who it was on Twitter. I think it was Blair Farrell, who does superhero game write-ups and reviews and things like that. I think it was him that said that the game is good, but you can't escape the economy of it.
No, you can't
at all.
No, you can't. So I did start playing the campaign story, and that is like a separate, I've heard like 8 to 10 hour thing where you are assembling the Avengers.
Like their catchphrase.
Kamala
Avengers,
Khan.
Let's get together.
Yeah, you start out as Kamala Khan. Who I obviously I don't read comics. I didn't know who Kamala Khan was.
Kamala Khan. Okay. I didn't know what you
Ms.
said.
Marvel. You know
Marvel.
What? I'll say this. The fact that do you play through the whole single player campaign as Ms. Marvel?
No, but you start as her.
She seems she really seems like the main character from all the trailers.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
The fact that you play as her is really the only reason I'm interested in playing this game, just because I really dig the Ms. Marvel comics with Kamala. She's a really fun character, and she's got
she's a real fun character in the game too.
Yeah. She's got a fun set of powers that I hopefully translate well to video game form, but
yes.
But yeah, she's like the only reason I'm even slightly interested in playing this game.
Yeah, and to me, like, of course, I've not watched any Marvel movies in a long while. I am really digging the story for sure, and Kamala Khan's character is very much part of why I'm enjoying it so much. Like, I only have 3 of the characters like unlocked in the story mode at this point, so it's really, really well done. I thought I think at this point, of course, I'm only like 3 or so hours into it, but I'm having a lot of fun with the campaign mode, and of course the multiplayer mode is on top of that, and it tells you that it's going to spoil the story mode if you play multiplayer mode first, but I mean, the good guys are going to win anyway, right? So,
what?
Oh man,
clearly you haven't seen Infinity War, because let me tell you, nary a eye in that theater was dry that day, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I know
it is really well done though. I think if you're concerned about the economy of the game feeling like a service game, then maybe hold off until
because it is a service game.
Because it is a service game, and they are introducing the economy of gear and basically everything all the way through the campaign. So they're introducing you to everything that you're going to need in multiplayer in the campaign. So there's not like campaign only gear or anything like that, really. So yeah, if you don't like that aspect, or if you're very turned off by that, it might color your opinion of it. Honestly, it's not that big a deal. The enemy power scales up with your gear power anyway, so it's not it's not that big a deal to me.
I don't like that.
Yeah, the enemy power scales up with your gear power.
It never works.
Just seems to me that renders your gear useless.
Yeah.
Well, if I get difficulty select,
if I get new gear that makes my character stronger, but the enemy becomes stronger to match it, then a net gain of 0.
Yuck.
What
can I say? Yeah.
I know you won't do it, CJ. I absolutely 100% know you will never ever do this.
What's that?
But I highly recommend.
I am curious about the Ms. Marvel comics now,
this is what I'm going to say.
Is such an interesting character in the game.
I would highly, highly recommend at some point Comixology.
Yeah.
Get on Comixology, which is Amazon.
Yeah.
And
familiar with it. Yeah.
And they will pretty frequently. They may even have like the first volume of the Kamala Khan run on sale right now. I think they're having a big sale on kind of like, Marvel Beginnings or something like that. So yeah, I would highly recommend you read the Ms. Marvel comics, because the artwork is beautiful and they're just fun, kind of lighthearted stories. And you absolutely should do it. Like I said, I can't imagine you ever would, but the fact that you just brought it up,
I might actually.
You know what? Maybe I'll look it up, and maybe I'll send you a link to like get this volume. This is the first one. This is what you should read. Okay. Oh man, speaking of Comixology, this is not video game related, but Comixology right now, they are giving away like every Black Panther comic for free.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw it, because obviously like a week or so ago, we tragically lost Chadwick Boseman, who of course was Black Panther, and kind of a, in honor of, in memory of, decades worth of Black Panther comics. Like there's literally hundreds I think it's like 250 issues or something of Black Panther comics. You can just go onto Comixology and download them, and they are in your library forever. So, so if you want to catch up on some Black Panther, now is a great
That is
time.
so creepy. Literally, that tweet appeared on my timeline as you were saying it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
interesting.
All is as I have foreseen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So there you go.
Anyway, so it's a buggy mess, but I am having fun with Marvel's Avengers.
Fox quote.
There it is.
It's
a
so
buggy
buggy.
Mess. It's a buggy mess, but I'm having fun.
Ridiculously.
It could be better,
buggy.
But it could be worse.
It's really freaking buggy. Let me tell you.
It could be better, but not without a 10 gigabyte patch.
Yeah, they're going to have to patch the hell out of it. This is going to take months to fix a lot of the issues that we were seeing, I'm sure. Anyway, so that's what I've been playing. So, Greg. Whoa, now that you've taken a big swig of peace tea, tell us about what you have been playing.
Nothing really new, but this week on my Twitch channel, Twitch TV /Seward
wow
/Seward. One of the games that a previous Extra Life donor had requested was Maken X for the Dreamcast, which is an interesting little game. It's an Atlas game. And the character designs, I don't know if it is the same designer, but the characters look like they're straight out of like a Persona game.
Yeah, they are the same.
Where you are controlling, you are not controlling. A sword is controlling you, basically. A living sword is controlling you and can hack the minds of other people. You can take them over, but it's sort of it's a first-person hack and slash where you constantly are jumping into different characters' bodies for each level. So you always have sort of slightly different attacks. Like the main character that you start with, she pretty much just has sword attacks, but then you get a character that has sword attacks, but also has like this the ability to spit these spinning blades. And then you have a character that has like multiple knives that they can throw around. They float in front of them, and when you have attack, like it's just all stuff like that. It's very weird. It's an Atlas game.
Yeah.
But man, I remember back when it came out, hearing around the office that it was a good game. I don't remember what it scored in EGM. I don't think it was extremely high. I think it was like 6.5 to 7.5, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But I remember people who were playing it saying like, this is actually really good. Probably just because it was so different. And I have to say, like, I bought it used because of that. And I think this is probably the first time I ever seriously played it. I probably turned it on and played it like CJ plays Super Mario All-Stars. But besides that, I hadn't played it seriously. So it was a lot of fun to really dig into it for like an hour and a half and get through a bunch of levels. It looks like a Dreamcast game. It looks old now because it is. It's like 21 years old.
Sure.
But it plays really well, especially considering that it's a Dreamcast first-person game, and the Dreamcast only had a single analog stick. So, you've got that sort of weird, use the shoulder buttons to strafe left and right. And it doesn't have a quick turn, which I kind of didn't like, but it plays really well. It's got good music. It's got really nice graphics. So yeah, I was really, really happy that we were playing it. I was really impressed by it. Something that I feel like I would want to go back and play more of. I think it's only like 8 hours long or something like that. 7 or 8 hours long. But it really struck me while I was playing too, because when you consider that the Dreamcast didn't last very long. What was it, 3 years? I think it was on the market pretty much. Really? I mean, I think it announced that it was done by the end of 2001.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Or the beginning of 2002. And like, as I was playing it, what really struck me was the fact that this game came here. Yeah. And when you really think about the Dreamcast library, like as I was playing it, I remember saying on the stream, like this really hits me as kind of something you would have seen as like a late life PS2 game here. You know what I mean? Where because that system was so popular that companies were starting to take a chance releasing weird stuff in the US that I think if you were to focus group like crazy, you would never have released here, because you didn't need a huge percentage of people to pick a game up to actually have it be profitable, right?
No.
Right.
Dreamcast was kind of in that mode right from the word go. And that this game just reminded me of that. It's just like, there's some really, for a system that had such a short lifespan in the US, there's some really weird stuff that came out for this system, which is great. Like that's, what you wanted.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that makes it such a great system, even in all parts of the world. But yeah, that was, I was really struck by it. It's like, this is such a weird little game that, you couldn't imagine sitting in a boardroom now and pitching this as something that you should bring out in the US. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Strange, but yeah, anyway, cool little game. That's really all I really played this week. Other than, Gran Turismo and Formula One and stuff like that, which you don't want to hear about. So that's it.
All right, Phil.
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
This week has been pretty light for me as well. Again, I haven't been playing a lot of games lately. I played a little more of this like hour-long game. Takeshi and Hiroshi.
Did you finish it?
You know what? I'm on the last mission. I'm on the last chapter where you have to get 500. You have to earn 500 joy points.
That's right.
And I was having a little trouble with it. I was like I tried it probably half a dozen times, and I kept losing for various reasons, and I was starting to get a little frustrated. And I was like, boy, I got to take a break, because Takeshi and Hiroshi is not a game that should be generating stress. Because it's such a laid back kind of chill game.
It does have a checkpoint there.
It does, but I was not getting. I was getting.
You weren't getting enough. Joy points.
I was dying at the second wave, because there's 5 waves you have to go through, and I'm assuming the checkpoint is after the second wave, which is, I think that's how it is in all the other stages. And you gotta, because you gotta start taking chances with your monster layout, because
you do.
Because earning 500 joy points in 5 turns is that's a tall order.
Yeah, I
you
agree.
You gotta
make it as exciting as possible. You gotta get the main character down close to death. Like,
I know, right? Yeah. Well, that's just it. So,
but not kill him off, because then
it's game over, and then he gets frustrated and quits, which is what happened to me. So I guess I'm living out Hiroshi's. It's I'm in Hiroshi's shoes now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would I'd have a really good first round, and I'd get 150, 170 points or something that first round, and then the second round, because it's a juggling act, right? Because you want to get his character injured to the point where he's about to die, which maximizes the amount of joy that he has, but then triggers him to heal himself in between battles.
Which I think in the last level, it's a lot easier on that. Like he will use the healing potion more regularly, so you don't have to do that.
He doesn't have to be as close to death.
Nope.
But then also, you gotta watch out, because you don't want to make a round too easy, because now the point where I'm at, a lot of these monsters, like the little slimes and stuff like that, I can kill in one hit. Right. Usually before they have a chance to do any damage to me. So, you end up accidentally wiping out all the monsters before they even really do much damage to you.
Yeah.
Which ends up deleting from his joy. So that's like a whole wasted turn. So I'm trying to balance that, and I end up kind of throwing a little too much at him and end up killing him and stuff like that. So
I see. What I ended up having to do is you construct it like a club sandwich.
Oh,
you put a heavy.
Tell me about your lunch
of bread.
Uh-huh. What's the bread in this scenario?
the
big
powerful
monsters?
Big
Okay.
monster up front, and then easy big monster. And maybe you put in a health potion in there as well. In the last level, spoiler alert, you have a second character that helps you.
Yeah. Who looks like old Link.
Can do things. Looks like old Link.
He looks like Link, but an elderly man.
You sprinkle some of those things in there
with the health, with the healing wizard. Would that be like the little toothpick with the little clear foil?
That's exactly it.
On your club sandwich.
It.
Yeah, the little clear foil.
You basically do the powerful monsters, and you put the ham in between.
The hams are like the slimes.
What are we talking about?
And then
talking about ham
bacon.
The
bacon is like the health potions, or the second character doing a stab.
Now I only get sandwiches from Subway, so can you translate this into an Eat Fresh menu so that I would understand it?
It's impossible.
Eat Fresh menu.
I'm a sandwich.
You have to be a sandwich artist with the monsters. You have to be a sandwich monster artist.
Yeah.
A monster sandwich artist. There you go. Monster sandwich artist.
Years ago,
for it to work.
Years ago, I would this was back when I still lived in Illinois. This is a long time ago. Yeah. I would occasionally swing by a Subway, Subway by the mall, to grab a Subway sandwich, and I would always get the meatball sub. Back in the day, I was a big fan of their meatball subs, and I would always get a foot long because I am a manly man with a manly appetite.
Boy, do I ever regret those days.
And one day, and I would always go in, and it was rote, it was all on autopilot. I would go in and they'd say, "What can I get you, sir?" And I would say, "1 foot long meatball, please." And they would say, "Right away."
Yeah.
And then they would make it, and then I would pay them, and the transaction would be completed. But one day I went in, and I was apparently a bit distracted.
I've heard the story before. Yeah.
And they said, "What would you like to eat?" And I said, "1 meat long football, please." And
football.
They looked at me like I was a madman, and they said,
"Are you coming on to me, sir?"
Yeah. And I said, "1 meat long," and then I the words caught in my throat, and I realized what I was saying, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? No, let's splice that. We'll rearrange some of those words.
Let's start again."
And I never went back into that Subway because
too embarrassed.
I asked for a meat long football so many times, and a number of times is once.
Now they talk about the legend of meat long.
Yep. Hey, it's meat long.
Returned to the store.
1524 hike right there. Meat long football. Is that a thing people say in football? I don't.
Not anymore. No.
I don't much understand.
20
football.
years ago, sure.
They don't hike the ball anymore in football?
Nope, they don't.
It's all done by machine these days.
That's right.
Okay. But
so Takeshi and Hiroshi, you're playing the last level.
Yeah, I'm stuck on the last level, so I need to go back and finish it.
It took me a couple of tries to get there, but
it's just like I want to finish it up.
Those easy monsters in between the hard ones, and you'll be fine.
I mean, I guess spoilers for Takeshi and Hiroshi, but I'm thinking my fears of them killing off the little brother are unfounded. Because
just wait until you get to the surprise ending.
Because boy, he seems to be getting better. It's like, oh, he's feeling a lot better right now. What does he have? Like pneumonia? I think he's in the hospital for pneumonia.
Asthma.
Is it asthma?
Well, he was using an inhaler.
Right. Yeah. Okay. But
at a certain point in the game, your concern switches from him just getting better to go back to school, kid.
Yeah. Now he's now the plot turned from, oh, you're gonna be better, we can go back to school, and he's like, I don't like school. I want to stay in the hospital and play games. It's like, man, the drama kind of took a hard left from is my brother going to die to my brother just doesn't want to go to first grade or whatever.
Stay
he's
in school. Exactly.
So it's gonna be a it's gonna be a real big mood whiplash there if they do kill him off in this final stretch. I finally beat the dragon, Takeshi. Hiroshi, no! Please give my app 5 stars before you go.
Zombie 500M.
Oh, he's still logged into his account. I'm just gonna give my game 5 stars.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but
it's a fun game though.
It is. It's very cute. It's a sweet little
cute.
game.
Yeah.
It's a sweet little game. That I hope to finish one day.
I am sure that you will. It's not that. Hard.
I know. Like I said, though, I was just, I was playing it. Finn's watching me play, and I was losing a few times in a row. I was just like, yeah, I got to stop before I get pissed off at Hiroshi here, this poor little puppet kid. But I was also, I got a hankering this past week to play some old video games. Did you ever do that? Did you ever play an old video game? Well, I know you have, Greg. That's half your side hustle on Twitch these days is playing the old games. But so I started playing some Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Oh,
on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah. Heard of it.
Game.
Yes, this is of course the Goemon.
Yeah.
Goemon game. Oh, you know what? I just noticed I sent a message on our Zoom chat here. I realized I just sent it to Greg. I'm gonna send it to both of you.
Send it to me too, please.
I said, well, I was meaning to send it to you because it's a link to the first Kamala Khan comic.
I felt so special.
Oh, there you go.
There you
Guess
go.
What?
$4.
I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna
$4
buy it right now.
You should read
I'll
that.
buy it. I will.
But yeah, I'm replaying Mystical Ninja, which is the first 16-bit Goemon game. Of course, released here in the West as Legend of the Mystical Ninja, where the character Goemon has been renamed to Kid Ying.
Yes.
And the character of Ebsamaru is Dr. Yang. Which I don't know if that's racist, but it feels like it should be.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Don't know. It feels like it should be. But keep in mind, I still feel uncomfortable when I hear people refer to New Zealanders as Kiwis.
Yeah.
Because boy,
I think this is more your hang up.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm absolutely 100% sure it is.
I mean, I could be wrong. It's happened.
But man, oh man, Kiwi sounds like a slur, but it's apparently not. But yeah. I mean, this there were Goemon games before this. There were some for the Famicom. I believe there were 4 for the Famicom, 2 kind of traditional Goemon games, and then 2 RPGs. And then there was an arcade game called Mr. Goemon. Right. But I don't think Mr. Goemon got a Western arcade release. It may have.
I know it came out on like Virtual Console and stuff.
Yeah, well, Arcade Archives has it. Yeah, if you want to play, it is it is nothing like the Goemon games.
If you go into it thinking it is, it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, right? No, it's very much in the vein of like an old, like early 80s kind of arcade game. But yeah, Legend of Mystical Ninja was most Westerners' first exposure to Goemon, and man,
I remember. So when my buddy Dave got his Super Nintendo, that was the game that we were really attracted to.
Yeah,
like Mario World was really good. Don't get me wrong. And Super Castlevania 4 didn't really land with me at first. It's one of my favorite games now, but when I first played it, I wasn't all that crazy about it.
Yeah.
But he had Castlevania 4, Mario World, and Mystical Ninja. I don't know if he had them all at the same time, but those were the three the 3 main games he had to begin with.
Yeah.
We loved Mystical Ninja. It was just so good right from the start. And 2-player, so that made it even better.
Yeah, it's got the 2-player. It's a beautiful looking game.
And the soundtrack is gorgeous.
Oh man, just the sound effects, the music, all fantastic. It's got some really cool kind of mode 7 trickery. I just got to there's one, because it's the Goemon games, they're kind of like half you're running around towns going into buildings, and that's kind of like a 3/4 perspective. And you're fighting enemies within the town, but then you're going in to buildings and purchasing items and playing mini games and talking to townspeople for clues and stuff. And then you eventually go into strict 2D side-scrolling kind of action scenes, and that's where it's more traditional platforming and you fight the bosses and stuff in there. I just was in the 2D area where you're in like this kind of castle, and there are switches that you step on that cause the whole room to rotate 90 degrees, and so you're turning the castle upside down and going back through rooms that you were previously in, but now they're upside down. And I just fought the boss where it's the giant, like, kind of kabuki face, where every time you hit it, it starts to slowly expand. It's it's like a mode 7 kind of face, and eventually it's like the whole screen is filled by this massive head.
Right. Konami was really good at having boss characters that took advantage of mode 7.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's such a great game. And I haven't replayed it. I certainly played it back in the day and finished it, but I haven't replayed it in years. So
it really holds up.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And I'm kind of the idea is in my head to go through and play the Super Famicom sequels, which were never localized here.
Right. At least one of them's been translated, right?
All of them have been fan translated. Okay.
Yeah. See, that's something that I keep meaning to go and do myself, because I didn't even know they existed.
Oh yeah. Because there was Goemon 2, 3, and 4 that was never released here for some reason. There's also, for Super Famicom, there is a kind of action puzzle game. Starring Ebsumaru, which is, whatever, it's fine. I certainly own a copy of it, but
of course,
but I've never actually sat down and played through Goemon 2, 3, and 4, so that's kind of a long-term goal that I've set for myself. So, but so I'm having a lot of fun replaying that classic game.
Is Finn playing that with you as well?
No. He's I don't even know if he's watched me play any of that. That's what I've usually just I'll start that up after he's gone to bed. So I mean, I'm sure he would get a kick out of watching me play it, and certainly even playing it with me, since it's got the 2-player. But his days now are spent Minecraft
on Zoom.
He's getting into Minecraft. I mean, he's always been into Minecraft, but he's going in hard now that he's like watching like YouTubers and stuff. Like he's messing around with like, making his own skins and doing all the like, he's like making machines in the game now. He's doing that kind of like that sort of next level of working within the tools that Minecraft gives you to create kind of functioning machines and crap like that. So
sure
that level of the game, I have never touched that. I do not understand that portion of the game. So, but that's his big thing these days.
Okay.
So there you go. That's really all I've been playing.
Alrighty. Well, then it's time for tweets.
Tweet.
All right, let's do this one for Hacker Alias Zelda 2 AOL, who says, in honor of the 3D Mario All-Stars announcement, can you guys list your top 3 mainline Mario games of all time?
No, I can't.
No.
Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario 64, and Mario 2.
Mine are Mario 3, Mario 2, and Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, man. Are we counting Yoshi's Island?
If you want. There's nothing saying you can't.
Because Yoshi's Island is still my favorite. Man, see, boy, it's hard. Because, like, I want to say Mario 3, and then maybe Galaxy? but his Galaxy, Galaxy 2, is that better? I need to go back and replay. This is, I'm gonna replay Galaxy
this week. You should replay all of them.
Maybe I will. That's what I can do. Because I loved Odyssey. I really loved Odyssey, but
me too.
But my brain is second guessing myself and saying like, oh, are you just putting Odyssey up there because it's the last one you played?
That's always tough, right? When you're doing stuff like this. Like that was even back when we did, because I was just looking at the Too Many Games issue of EGM. Yeah, we did another top 100 at that point. And I remember that was a big discussion while we were doing that, is like, we got to be really careful with anything that's come out in the last year or so, because this is just sort of the afterglow of a game we really enjoyed.
Right. Yeah. Recently. And I mean, Odyssey is obviously excellent.
Yeah.
It is very
but that came out 3 years ago.
Though.
Yeah, but it came out 3 years ago. Is it 3 years? But it's also the last Mario game that came out, right?
Yeah.
So it's the one that's freshest in my head.
God, I can't believe it's been that long.
But yeah, I mean, Yoshi's Island is number one if we're counting Yoshi's Island, which I am.
Okay.
And then probably Mario 3. And then one of the 3D ones, but I don't know. Because again,
they're all pretty good.
Yeah, because I mean, Mario 64 is great, but I think that the Galaxies and Odyssey
has bested it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But then it's like, Galaxy's so good, and it's like, but is Galaxy 2 better? I know people were kind of like, oh, Galaxy 2 kind of feels like a level pack, and maybe it did, but I don't,
doesn't mean it's not a
doesn't mean it's not better. Yeah. So I don't know. Okay. Let's say Yoshi's Island, Mario 3, and then one of the 3D ones to be determined at a future date, but also Mario 2, because Mario 2 is so good and so kind of underrated and forgotten about because it's such a black sheep in the Mario family.
It really is.
But
when are they going to bring back Wart? Never. Apparently.
Man,
I'd love to see that gameplay style brought back.
Yeah.
In some form.
I would too.
Let's do this one from hacker alias Georgie Boy, who says, what are your guys' opinions on how next gen is being handled or lack thereof? Also, do you think there may be a delay, or should there be a delay?
I can't imagine there would be a delay.
Yeah,
I can't imagine.
No, there's not gonna be a delay. Not on the hardware. Games is maybe another question mark, but
I mean,
should there be though? Definitely come out.
Should there be? Seems like games are getting. No. Seems like. I mean, I don't think there should be either, but it also seems like, boy, a lot of the games that we're all excited about, are kind of being delayed. So.
Or they may be delayed.
I mean,
if they haven't already.
Ratchet is now launch window, right?
I mean, it was. They never specified a date.
Okay. For Ratchet. Ratchet is launch window though, right?
Right. Yeah.
What's Miles? Is Miles launch window?
I don't know. Did they say?
I
think everybody assumed that it's going to be the launch title for.
Right, but
whether that is the case or not, I'm not sure.
But we don't know. And obviously Halo has been pushed back.
Yeah.
So I mean, and also given the fact that nobody's been able to pre-order the system yet, we have no idea what the actual launch dates of the system are. We don't know
or the price.
I kind of wish they'd just get over this game of chicken and
price. I mean, it's probably going to happen.
It's getting a little bit annoying
in short order here, because we're almost 60 days away from the launch of these. I would think we're going to hear either this week or next week something.
You would think
something, right?
You would think, but
along with the price and date announcement, you're also probably going to want to have launch lineup ready to go. And I wonder if part of it isn't just the game of chicken, although obviously I think that's a factor. But is Miles Morales going to make it for launch?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I'd imagine it has to.
I mean, I don't necessarily think a system delay would hurt either company because, again, they've not sold any at this point. And
correct.
But yeah, I can't imagine they would.
No, I can't imagine they would either.
No.
But
boy, it's gonna be weird to see what we are playing or indeed not playing for the first like 2 months of these systems.
Even
existence.
On a good year where there's not a pandemic or other things happening, like their new machines, like back in 2013, they were coming in super hot, right? Where they were shipping without features that were advertised as being in there, and everything sort of was last minute with a lot of consoles in the past. You got to wonder, like, how does the fact that we're in a pandemic and people are working from home like impact that as well? Just everything about these machines. I mean, I think if you're the kind of person who's like, I need a breakout game to play on these.
Oh, is there going to be a new Breakout?
And you may not get that. I mean, obviously on the Xbox side, we're not getting Halo Infinite. Like, if you need that, then there's no harm in waiting. But if you're fine with, the upgrades to existing games that these new machines will give you, just even based on playing off an SSD, then
is Avengers getting a like one of those free PS5 upgrades or something? Wasn't that one of those games?
Oh, I'm not sure.
That's getting a free upgrade.
I don't know, but there's a lot of those.
Yeah.
And CD Projekt Red just announced that The Witcher 3 is getting one of those as well.
Sweet.
Marvel's Avengers confirmed as free upgrade to PS5.
There you go.
I'm getting this information from a site called blog.playstation.com. So I
never heard of
them.
They're
reputable. They are very reputable.
Is this a reputable site? Okay. I mean, it looks official. So
never trust anything that says blog.
Yeah, that's true.
Did Sid Schumann write that?
This was written by Gary
Kasparov.
Snethen.
Okay.
Snethen. Snethen.
Okay.
He's the chief technology officer at some company called Crystal Dynamics. So I don't know.
Then you can trust him. I don't
know if he has the authority to say such things, but
yeah, I think
we'll take him at his word.
The new consoles are going to launch. If you're cool with upgraded versions of games you may already be playing, then maybe that's what we're going to have this holiday. Who knows?
Yeah.
But God, it's got to be the next week or two that we hear. And then Microsoft acknowledges the Xbox Series S now that there's been like another piece of official thing confirming it, right?
I love pieces of official things.
Somebody found a Game Pass trial code, little cardboard thing that came with a controller that acknowledged the Xbox Series S.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Funny.
Anyway, that's my feeling on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then
I think that's it.
Oh, is that it?
That's where we stop. We've been going for 2 hours.
Well,
I've been playing Picross for the last 10 minutes.
There you go.
Which Picross?
I'm still working through Lords of the Nazarick.
Oh, right. Legend of the Overfiend.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
There it is.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1 Podcast on the Twitters, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You'll find blog entries about Sega CD games from Mr. Greg Seward.
Been working one this week.
Very
nice.
Maybe do one soon.
Cool.
You'll find Generation 16 episodes as they happen.
Been working on a new one of those this week too. You will not see that soon.
Oh, all right then. You'll also find show notes and links to everything that we talked about in this episode. A lot of links to Super Mario 35 Direct related stuff, which is all good.
Yeah,
all good. Yeah. And you'll find a link to our Discord server where we can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
I'd like to apologize to Derek in our chat because none of us are playing Tony Hawk.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
I
think we
Tony Hawk when it was new.
I think we all acknowledge that Tony Hawk is a fine game.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
That none of us really got into.
Well,
I like Tony Hawk too.
I liked it,
I just
but
wasn't
I don't
any
have
good at it.
I don't have a lot of nostalgia for it, nor was I particularly good at it.
Yeah, I was definitely not good at it. So, but that was a Phil failing. That was not a Tony Hawk failing. So,
I'm sure he sleeps better at night knowing that.
He does. Isn't that right, Tony? Yeah, he says yes.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I actually bumped into Tony Hawk at an E3 years ago.
Did you apologize?
I mean, he's big. He didn't
He's
even
pretty tall.
He's a very tall guy.
And we're not.
No. And we certainly know that I'm not.
That's what I was getting at. But.
Yeah, no, I thought I was climbing up on top of a hill. It turned out it was his shoe. And
men of Phil's stature are in
Tony Hawk.
short supply.
Ah. No, I think it was at I think it might have been at a Sony party at the Electronic Entertainment Expo. And I was just kind of hanging out, and I was standing up on a dais kind of thing, looking out at the crowd.
Tony came flying off it, doing 900, and
yep, he was like, "Here comes an ollie." That's a skateboard trick, right? Ollie? Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, an ollie, you say?"
I think that's how you start most tricks in that game is by doing an ollie.
I don't know. I don't know. But no, I noticed there was a very tall person next to me because the light was being blocked. And I looked up and I was like, "Holy crap, you're Tony Hawk." And he said something very rude that I won't repeat here. And I said, "Well,
Tony Hawk's a very nice man.
Excuse you, sir. That attitude won't get you anywhere." No, he was very nice. I was just like, "Holy cow, you're Tony Hawk." And he's
like, "Oh my God, I am."
He's, "Oh crap, really? The skateboarder guy?
I'm famous.
What am I doing next to some nerd like you?
Why am I here with you guys?"
Yeah. No, he was nice. We chatted for like a minute or two. And then I sent him on his way. But you go.
We're done now.
Why don't you go get us some drinks, TH? We'll see what happens. No, he was very nice. But hey, if you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening application. We're also on Spotify. We're on Stitcher Radio. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show or check us out lives most weeks on the youtubes.com/P1 podcast. Follow our Twitter account at P1 podcast to find out when we are broadcasting our next live show. It's usually Sunday nights, 5:30 specific time. Join us then, won't you? I'm leaving a pause so they can answer. There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, if you've liked what you've heard, and how could you? Head over to patreon.com/P1 podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. CJ, it turns out, is really getting into comic books lately. And he needs to read more about his favorite Marvel superheroes. And your Patreon dollars will help him do that.
I'll tell you what, this Miss Marvel Volume 1 is free with my Amazon Prime subscription.
Oh, is that right?
So I
well, dang.
Just set that to go to my iPhone or iPad. So
I would recommend reading it on an iPad.
not my iPhone. What?
It's a larger screen. You can appreciate the art more.
Oh,
You can read the words a bit more clearly. They will be larger. No, I did not realize.
Free. Yeah.
Nice. Well, good. So read it.
I'm gonna.
But please do. Friends, though, your Patreon dollars do help keep the show going, keeps the Zoom zooming, keeps the internet's fully charged, operational. We have our internet generators here that we are having to constantly replace due to superhero attacks. But we do appreciate it. And of course, if you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier, you do gain access to a weekly bonus show that we record right after this one, where we play games, we crack wise, we do all sorts of fun stuff that we can't do on this show. It's a hoot and a holler, let me tell you. And if you'd like a sampling of the treats that we dish out every post show, you can check out our regular show feed every Thursday night, where good old CJ is dumping some of our old ones from like 2 years ago.
That's right.
They're still good. They're still good.
Yeah.
They're still good. They're not topical.
No.
But they rarely are when they're new anyway.
Well, that's just
That's
it.
true.
That's the thing. That's the thing. These are, you know what? You know what the term is for that?
Evergreen.
That's a word. You can toss that in your next Zoom meeting at work. Say we need to work on more evergreen projects, and you will sound very smart indeed. So listen to some of those. Join us for the new ones. We hope you will have fun. We certainly do. And if you have a couple bucks left over, head over to generation-16.com, where you will find a Patreon link to help support Greg Stewart's outstanding, and it is outstanding, web vlog series about North America's favorite second banana, Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Philip.
It's great. I love it. CJ.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
For all of this. And Gregory.
Yo.
Thank you as well.
Thank you, Phil.
Yes. And of course, thank you to our wonderful listeners. We love each one of you equally, except for those of you who are slightly better than the others. You know which ones we're talking about. You get the cards that we send out every month. We hope you are taking care of yourself. We hope you are enjoying your life. Protect your friends, your family, your loved ones. Wear a mask. Do all that stuff, for crying out loud. We will see you, we hope, next week.
That's right. Bye-bye.
Toodaloos.
Bye.
Friendos.